Hello. I was talking to someone recently who rented a room in their first or second year of college, and while they were there, the landlord died. And they had to wait in the house while she was there. And I'm not laughing because it's funny, it's just mad shocking. Like, she told us and we were all like, what? And she registered our shock and ended her story with, yeah. So, I won't do that again. Yeah! Like, no joke. Like, even if you wanted to, even if you were like, turns out I love that, gotta get me more of it. Like, statistically, I would imagine if you were to try and manufacture that scenario again, it's probably not gonna happen. This house seems great! Double bed, ensuite, now the owner's 30. I was just gonna talk about my favourite films today, but it would have just been me rattling off a long list and then saying like the same thing about them all. Oh, it's very well written, yes, oh, I liked it, yes. But there are films that I can go to at any moment in time, like Groundhog Day and Back to the Future. I think they're timeless classics, and Toy Story, Monsters Inc. and Submarine. Those are some of my favourites. My favourite action movie is Die Hard. Die Hard's the best! I went to John McClane at Halloween, and so John McClane is a New York cop with marital troubles, obviously, and at the start of the movie he flies from New York to LA to visit his wife. She's been working there for like a few months, and she works in a giant skyscraper called the Nakatomi Plaza. So John is cleaning up before the Christmas party, and some terrorists break into the building and he has to flee. So he spends most of the movie without any shoes and just in a vest. So I got a vest, but the only one I could find was a woman's small from Forever 21, and it was super tight. Like, it looked like someone just held card to my chest and spray painted on a vest. And I'm not a muscle boy, so it looked very silly. Like, in one sense I was wearing a vest, but I would say in another sense, in a more accurate sort of sense, I was topless. It's not something I thought about when I was thinking about the costume. I was very cold, I felt very exposed, like it plunged a lot, you know, like my belly button wasn't out, but it was, it wasn't great. As for the feet, I wasn't just going to pad around barefoot because somebody would drop a glass and I would cut my foot and smear blood all over the house, and I wasn't going for like 100% accuracy with the costume, you know. I would say 75 to 80% accuracy would have been great, but don't even think I achieved that. The feet, I paper machéed some shoes and I painted them with poster paint. I don't know, I'm maybe bad at poster paint, but it was pretty hard to mix. I could not get it bright enough. My feet looked Puerto Rican and they were giant, they looked like giant hairless hobbit feet. And I just drew toes onto the flat of the shoe at the front. I think because I watched so much Art Attack as a kid, like I really thought, I've got this. Don't worry about it. I'm crafty. This is gonna look great. Halloween night, I like put them on. I was like, man, these look terrible, but what am I gonna do now? And I took one step and they exploded. So then my backup plan was I wear a lot of black anyway, so I just put a bin bag over me and I was like, I'm a vampire. Until recently, my favorite podcast was Harmontown, but it's been edged out slightly by my brother and me. I've been listening for about 3 years anyway, but I don't know, I just started listening to them more, and like, they are so consistently funny and goofy every single week. And last month they put up their 300th episode and I'm in it. They asked for people to send in 10-second clips just talking about how your life has changed since you started listening to the show. So I sent one in, and if you listen to their 300th episode, there's like a 5-minute montage at the end of all those clips that people sent in, and I'm one of them. I'll put links below. I guess I can't really put a link below to Die Hard. The show business that I'm gonna do, Die Hard will be on offer. That'll be one of the one-man plays that I can provide, so look out for that. I do a pretty good John McClane. I have a feeling now that I've said that, it's not gonna be great. California.